Slop City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, I can't. I have these two dumb bitches podcast studio in my dining room, okay?
Turn on your lights. It's dark outside.
Sorry, I had to grab my clip.
Your clit?
I had to grab my clit.
Hello, everybody. It's time to grab your clits.
Everybody grab your clits. It sounds like somebody's.
It sounds like someone's outdoors playing a drum.
I mean, like, is something wrong with us that we get so fixated on things like that?
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody's playing the drums
I'll be
outdoors.
the rest of this day. I'm gonna be talking out loud to myself,
Like
saying,
that.
It sounds like there's someone outdoors playing a drum. It sounds like someone's playing a drum outdoors.
I like it that way better.
It sounds like somebody's playing the drums outdoors.
What is that called? Vocal
it's like-
stimming?
Well, it's almost like we're... Oh, wait. What's vocal stimming?
When you say stuff over and over and over again?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? It really does sound like someone's playing a drum outdoors, though. All jokes aside.
All jokes aside, I do hear a drum playing outdoors.
Is it bleeding through the headphones?
It sounds like somebody's.
Playing a drum outdoors.
Oh, boy. Vocal stimming is a repetitive behavior that serves as a coping mechanism for individuals with autism. Can you have stimming and not be autistic? One common misconception is that stimming is solely associated with autism. However, stimming can occur in individuals without autism as well. It is a natural expression of self-regulation, boom, and can serve various purposes, such as managing emotions, releasing energy, or promoting concentration.
I don't think that that's what I'm doing when I'm doing voices, but I definitely feel like that's something I'm doing when I'm eating and I'm going, yeah.
See,
I don't know. Maybe I am doing vocal stimming to regalidate my emotions.
I know I'm doing vocal stimming to regulate my emotions.
As the day goes by, I start to think I am more and more autistic.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people have kind of been having moments like that. And I mean, some of it I think, God, I just looked down at like my hands and my just all these fucking lesions. Sorry.
You got a lot of lesions.
You got a lot of Hey,
Look
you
at my lesion.
lesion on me. When you're not strong, that is a lesion.
Oh man, that is a lesion.
That's from a 30-minute blood draw.
What? I did hear you say something about that, a very traumatic blood draw. What happened?
Well,
What had happened was...
I was in a clinical study for lipedema.
Were you really?
They're gathering information to try to figure out how to get rid of it and what causes it.
One of the things they did when I first got there was take a pregnancy test. They're like, if you're pregnant, you can't do this. And I was like, because I did let somebody nut in me, but I think I'm menopausal, so...
You were like, please let me be pregnant. I've waited my whole life for this. And they're like, ma'am.
Ma'am,
You're
Ma'am.
not pregnant.
ma'am, we really don't want you to be pregnant.
You're too old.
Oh, God, I've waited my whole life for this moment. They're like, huh?
Well, they told me I wasn't pregnant. And I
Thank
was like,
God. You were like, praise Jesus, amen.
And then they had to do a blood draw, which, it's never my favorite. And
Yeah.
I tell the guy, do it in my hand. And he was like, takes long there. And then I told him I can't do here. I go, you can do anywhere down here, to be honest. And he had a little thing that he put on there to look at my veins and did it here, which I've never had it done up there before. And I'm like, is it working? He's like, yeah, but it's slow. And they had to take approximately at least 10 vials of blood. Which is fine. We did bits the whole time.
Okay, good.
I kept saying, fill it to the brim with rim. And I'm like, do you remember that commercial? And he was like, yeah. So then I was stimming and saying it over and over again in different languages. And then he had another lady come in, so I was doing bits with her too.
Now,
And she goes, you can relax your hand because I'm laying down and my hand was this stiff the whole time. And I go, just call me old rigid hand. And she made up a whole story about somebody named Rigid Hand. And it was really funny. And I was like, wow, she's funny.
you were like, have you ever?
Have you ever thought about doing improv or stand-up comedy? Old Rigid Hand. She goes, God, relax it. I mean, it was straight as a board. I was just like,
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
then
That's
they
you.
then they took then I did some different hand tests, a walking test, which I failed.
You failed the walking
Well,
test?
it was like 6 minutes, and when you see me do this, that I'm slowing down. When the hands go on the hip, it's like I'm hurting.
Yes,
And
100%.
And then I got up to about 5 minutes, and I was like, dude, I'm hurting so bad. I go, do you want me to push through for the sake of research, or do you want to know truly what's happening here?
Like
She's
what my limit is.
right. And I go, because I'm done. She's like, then stop.
So, and that was, so you got up to, what do you think if you weren't trying to push yourself that
I
you would have gotten to?
probably half the time. I would have taken a break and then got up and did more. So maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
Standing Randy. That was me moving the chair and fucking around.
And
Okay.
then we did some standing up from the chair with your arms like this, which I nailed because the chair was a normal size. If it had been down, would not have gotten up. Then we had to do a scan, and let me just show you my whole body. That's my fucking skeleton. But the funny part of it is, when I'm laying there, to me, my hand is on my side. Okay? But if you look at the results, this is me laying. Hand touching my side.
Oh my God, no way. No way. That's your actual side.
Yeah.
Libbie. Damn, they are, I will say,
She thick.
they ain't fucking around when they say some bitches are big boned.
That's exactly what I go.
That is a big bone
I go,
bitch.
no, I can't say I'm big boned anymore because look how small my skeleton is and look where the outline of my body is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It does look like
My hand was so far out.
we're trying to prop the skeleton up. It looks like Weekend at Bernie's with you. Like we were like, okay, like set up this dead person for an MRI and make it look like they were there. Were you there?
If you
when
go
they-
this way, you can see like the fat.
Whoa. That's
my pussy.
oh my God. You got to send these pics to Randy. Okay, I'm looking at the.
There's a video I made of me just zooming in on my pussy.
Dude, will you just send these things to Randy right
Yeah.
now? It's Randy, what's easier, email? Okay, so if you go, guys, look at my little hair and everything. I look like a little school child. God, I love summer. I can't wait to see Taylor Swift.
Taylor, I was dreaming about Taylor and Travis last night. And they kept walking by us. And he was acting a fool, drawing attention to himself. And I go, he's got to stop. Everybody's going to look over there and see that's Taylor Swift.
We were just hanging with them?
No, we were somewhere and we were on a cruise. Like a Tammy cruise.
The way you just said we were on a cruise, like the most natural thing. Oh, we were on a cruise with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Well, it was like we were on a cruise, but also not because they were walking down the street. You know, like my brain, we're like, oh, yeah, we're on a cruise, but they were walking down the street and Travis was causing a lot of commotion. Basically, like, look at us.
Was he like, Kobe?
I think he had like a big tent around him and was like shaking it and stuff. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Don't know what it means.
No, nobody knows what it means, but you know, sometimes we have dreams and we're not entirely sure why we're having them, you know? Sometimes you have a dream about hooking up with someone that you shouldn't have had a dream about hooking up with. And that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you.
Right.
But
what the hell's going on here?
Oh God. I'm just not at the right height today, guys. I usually don't have an issue with this, but I just want to be comfortable all the time.
Right.
Okay? I want maximum comfort at all times.
I dig.
The fact that my back and my posture is fully supported right now and I am fully in, that's nice. I like that. The only real issue I've got right now with my stance, you know, is my feet aren't fully touching the ground. Do you see it, Randy?
Whoa.
My feet are like, they're like the heels are up. Here, let me scoot in so we can hopefully see.
You guys keep talking while I manage this.
Libbie, we're not even fucking worried about you, okay?
I gotta cut some stuff out here.
No, like some name stuff?
Some identifying. I mean, it's all very, they don't have me listed as me anyway, just for the study.
They have you listed as,
I had a number. I was a participant number.
But that's wonderful. I love that you're getting into that. Okay, so feet.
I can take stuff out if you need me to edit anything out of that photo and stuff.
I think it's fine.
Were you there when they
I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. Were you there? So that was the end of my study, and they thanked me for doing it.
Well, yeah, I want to look at the stuff. I want to dig a little deeper into that. So while you're doing all that, I'll just keep going on about comfortability and kind of. I'm just gonna bitch for a minute. How's everybody feel about that? Because that's what I feel like doing right now.
I love it.
And bitching in a, not a non-productive way. It's just a life bitch session. Things I've been very annoyed about lately. Let's just fucking go. When your hair just, you're in the awkward length. You're not at the right length for your hair. And no matter what.
No matter what you do.
The fuck you do. It almost gets worse.
With each passing day?
Oh, it's just terrible. I don't know. I've just been having a bad time lately with that. And then I got all these fucking lesions on me. It's just part of life.
Hello?
He says, say something. I know it's just part of life but truly, there's so much uncomfortability. You know how many times in the day I'm like, oh God, I just wish I was sitting down.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, oh God, I wish I was in comfy clothes. Like when I see people coming out to this bar and grill restaurant that I work at, and they're like dressed in the nicest outfits, and they like, I don't know. I'm just like, there was like these people, they came out, they were dressed to the nines, and they're like, come out, get a drink. I'm like, I'm always in the camp of like, I want to go and get comfy first and then come hang out.
Right.
Like if we had to do an event, Randy, that's you.
That looks fucking good.
Ooh, yeah.
Daddy's cum. I mean.
Ooh, yeah, I love my daddy's cum on my Pentecostal hair. Ooh, yeah. Take me to church. I will worship like a dog.
Did you get a caramel mock?
No.
I must have then.
You didn't?
I thought I got a hot one, but this is just as good. Randy, you okay?
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to spank his booty like this.
I'm going to be spanking his little hot bottom.
I'm going to spank your hiney.
We
We should go what? For lunch? Well, I'm down if you guys want to go. Well, she's not working. She probably don't want to go to her.
Oh, hell no, dude. When this is done, I am going directly home, getting my house in order and showering and getting ready. Because before I left, it took about everything in me to not just cancel the podcast today. Not really, but like I looked at my house and I was just like,
I'm glad you didn't.
God, it's fucking messy. And it was just making me anxious. But I said, you know what? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Feed your dogs. Get the day going. You know, put your hair up in a nice Pentecostal do, and let's get rolling.
What the fuck? Who's that?
Sounded
Like a vibrate.
kind of like a tiny little
Well,
fart.
look into that camera right there and tell those people, hey, I almost canceled on you guys. Because you're not canceling on me or Randy. You're canceling on them. I mean, you are canceling on me, Randy, because we were here. You tell them that.
Yeah.
Tell them.
It was just, dude, when I just keep looking in the corner and seeing the hair, this is actually the most Pentecostal it's ever been. Because it's the whole area.
It's high.
It is.
It is really high.
Yeah, I did. You know when you just get that annoyed at something and you're like, "Gah, fuck it.
Fuck
I
it,
don't
everything.
even want to fucking
I don't
do
even
this."
care about podcast.
Yeah, it's like you said with your bed.
Mhm.
Did you
Yeah.
tell them on this podcast what you did with that bed?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, first off, tell them that.
Did I say it already? I ordered a bed online.
No, you told me this privately.
I ordered a bed online, and it's like, I'm going to pay $109 to have them delivered it. Good. It said it could be here by this date, which was like the next day. And I'm like, cool. They'll call me tomorrow and say they're delivering my bed.
Say they're delivering my bed and services.
And they called me 2 days later and say, hey, we have a third party that delivers for us, and here's their number, and you need to call them and schedule. And I go, no, I don't. I'm not doing that.
And you didn't even ask them, hey, could you do that? You just said, nah.
I go, that's really annoying. I have to call him. He goes, yeah. I go, I'm good. So just cancel it.
Well, I'd like to know where you purchased the bed.
American Freight, where I got the last bed. Because I got a twin size bed, right?
What the AmericanFreight.com
I don't even know what it is.
is a website that serves beds. That sounds like a place that serves
Furniture.
Yeah.
God damn. She thick.
She big time thick. Dude, your skull, you look so stupid.
I think because I was moving it. I look like I'm going like this. And they made me take my teeth out, too. How embarrassing. And they kept talking to me. I'm like, don't talk to me when my teeth are out.
MRI?
No, that's called a DMX or something.
It's called a bone scan.
It's called a, let me look.
Your mouth, you literally are like.
Because it took a while for it to do it, and I had to be still.
It looks like you were trying to smile, but you held your smile for too long. And you were like,
What the hell? How did they get in there like that?
image not for diagnostic use.
Well, you know I've been diagnosing.
Well, I think,
got every disease in the book. Look at my shoulders, man. They look cool.
yeah, the shoulders are, pretty. I mean, yeah, that's wild. I didn't even realize you had all that stuff over there. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
I laughed so hard, though, when I saw it. I've never seen my own skeleton before. Have you ever seen your whole full skeleton?
Hell no, dude. I think if I saw my own full skeleton, I'd faint.
All right, let's see here. It's called a DXA scan.
You were close.
DXA. And then I had a study of, well, not a study, but I had an in-body scan, like
Ooh.
Ray passed. 111 pounds of fluid in my body.
Is that like unheard of?
I don't know. That sounds like
Damn.
a lot.
I wonder what my in-body scan said. Let me look. I think I have a copy of one in my phone.
111 pounds of fluid. And that's in my cells and outside of my cells. But I do have I do have higher markers in my legs of fluid retention,
Which is
lymphedema.
Is that yeah, I was going to ask from the lymphedema. Is it also like does that take into account like blood and pee and all that stuff?
I think so. I think it's because it's. Have you ever done an in-body scan? They like you have your hands on this metal thing and your feet are on a metal thing, and it kind of just like sends electrical pulses in there. I guess to see.
Yeah, I've never done
what's
it. I was
what.
just curious.
It does like body fat, body mass, water. Not just water, fluid. It's fluid, so it could be blood. God, why does it look like my arm is broken up there? Doesn't it look like it's broken?
yeah. I think I
Looks
don't
like
know,
it's
man.
fractured up there.
It does. It does look a bit alarming.
It may be because
You must have been like this.
I was like, I said, it's me, old rigid hand again.
And then you went. They were like, "Okay, smile," and you went.
And it looks like my fucking spine's crooked at the top.
Mm. Yeah, it does actually look like it's got a little wave to it.
Ribs look good, though. Ribs looking really healthy and good.
Oh, ribs are all intact. Holy shit. We really are all gonna die.
Femur looking good. Strong.
Tibia.
Tibia
Looks good.
spooky.
One of your feet does look to have some kind of bunion-esque.
One foot was like this and one was over here like this.
Yeah. You.
If you go to the next one, you can actually see the pussy line, which again made me laugh so hard. It's a video and not a.
Yeah, I'll let Randy handle the photos.
videos.
And dude, that's your pussy.
Never looked cuter. The blue is the bone, red is muscle,
Okay.
and yellow, of course, is fat. Fat.
And that's what the fat actually looks like when they take it out, like the yellow. Because I've seen that many times but I don't know if I'm
It's
getting
yellow, yeah.
got.
No, it's yellow.
It almost looks like not like
It's gross.
Crisco, but it's like, you know what I mean? Looks
Disgusting.
like butter or something.
They just have it color coded like that so you can see. But looks pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed.
You're
I am-
fucking bun, dude. The bun right at the top, dude.
I mean, the whole thing is funny.
Oh man.
The fucking tits.
Yeah, the tits, dude. The bra.
I had a sports bra on, so everything was just fucking pushed together.
What the fuck, dude? The fact that we can see the muscle. Like, this is so much better for me knowing a person, because I always see things like this, you know, like we've always roasted when they're like, okay, let's make this part blue. So that you can understand that it's like molecules, water, or whatever.
Molecules.
But I always see it and I don't really understand. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I know this person. So I'm like, okay.
And you know what my insides look like.
I know what your insides look like now. But no, it's like I'm seeing just the fact that the red is the muscle. It's like you think in your brain, I was like, oh, dude, we've got muscle up to here, up to the gills. And it's like, nah, dude. It's like inside of all the fat. Like it's like encased in it. It's interesting.
Well, I'm sure everybody's body looks normal. This is obviously abnormal. And I'm afraid somebody's going to see this and be like, hey, I see you got an enlarged heart or something. And it's going to freak me out because the doctor hasn't said anything about any of this yet. So what if he calls me after somebody diagnoses me on the internet? It looks like you've got the liver damage.
Well, What I will say is at least
At least my pussy looks good.
yeah, at least your pussy looks tight and snatched. I mean, it really does. It looks like, man, that thing will gobble you right up. That thing is tight. Look at that little tight line right in the middle of it. You know what I mean? That thing is open for business.
Yeah, she's a little naughty little girl.
Like, it's like people are like, oh, yeah, oh, big gals, where's their pussy? It's right there.
It's
you
right
stupid
there.
motherfucker.
You can clearly see it.
What do you tell? I mean, it's literally right there. That's where a fucking pussy is, you stupid assholes.
Wait, do I have a picture of the white one?
Wait, do I have a picture of my pussy? Were you there when they... Yeah, I'd like to see the zoom in on the
On the
pussy.
white guy? Whoa!
Yep, right there, clear as day. That's your clitoris. I will say your clitoris is a bit enlarged.
I'd say so.
I mean, look at that.
I don't have a close-up of that white one, the tissue or whatever that is.
That one was just so okay. Yeah. Where was this study at? Like, was it at a college? Did you sign up online?
It was at Vanderbilt Hospital. And the
Whoa,
reason...
that's like a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big project.
And especially at that big of a college. Yeah, that must be huge. That's amazing.
The doctor is the doctor I went to see so that I could have another diagnosis of
Mhm.
lipedema. So he's a cardiologist who is one of only 2 people in Nashville that knows what lipedema is or qualified enough to diagnose it. And when I was there, he's like, hey, I'm doing this study. Would you like to be in it?
Sick.
And they did all this stuff, but there was an optional one of taking a tissue sample. Did I tell you that?
No, I
So I
don't know
got
anything about this.
I'm getting $220 for that study. But then there was an extra one where you get more money if you donate tissue. And I was like, oh, that doesn't sound bad. And then they said they will take 2 samples out that are the size of a pencil eraser. And I was like, first of all, I'm not doing that. And secondly, change your wording. Because if anybody hears you're scooping out 2 tissue sizes the size of a pink pencil eraser, no one's going to do it.
Wait a second. Top of a pencil eraser.
Yeah.
Nipple.
Yeah.
Tiny. That's small.
Of them gouging out a piece of your skin that's that big?
I would have been like, yeah, take it.
I'm trying to find something that looks like that. So this, yeah, like your nipple. They're gouging that out of you.
That's fine. For the sake of the lipedema or whatever. No.
Sorry, you can have all the other stuff.
Hey, man, you're just not as good of a person as I am. I mean, sorry. You're just not willing to donate. You're not willing to be. No, I mean,
They take all that stuff. The tissue sample, they could get that from other people.
yeah.
And the fact that it was optional made me think like they don't really need it or want it.
Well, I wonder.
Because it would have been part of it.
I guess in my mind, I think that they would do it like it would be like, you know, when like a.
They said your stomach area. No,
I
you're
w-
not gouging out a pencil size. You're not gouging out this much skin. And the way they made it sound was it was like a scoop. Like they were going to scoop it out.
Okay. I mean, once you say a scoop like that, I guess I thought it would be like, you know, like a pen. Like, you know, it's like
Maybe
thing
that.
where
Yeah.
it's like,
Maybe
and then
that's
it
what it is.
gouges, it takes it out like that. That
Maybe
was
that's what it
I
was.
imagined.
Well, either way, that's horrifying. And
I stapled through my finger one time. Sorry.
I know that there's a lot of skin stuff as far as like our skin gets cold to the touch and stuff like that, but I'm like they got enough participants apparently that they have a waiting list, which is good.
Oh, okay. So then you got hella MFs. Now, did they tell you how much it was going to be extra if you got the tissue?
I think it was only like $70.
Oh, fuck that. See, for $70, nah. That's
If
kind
they
of
said 1,000, I would be like, yeah, cut me into pieces. This is my last resort. A suffocation, no breathing.
That's how I'll be when I die from lipedema.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't,
I'll die from other things.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll definitely be the cause of that. What's causing everything? But
What do you think I'm gonna die from? I think it's gonna be an accident. I think
a car accident.
You think it's gonna be a car accident?
Yeah, driving and looking at your phone.
I don't think it's gonna be a car accident. I think it's gonna be a fall.
It's going to be you going, whoa, and
Mhm.
falling off a bridge or.
Yep. I think it's gonna be an accident.
Well, let's not think about that.
Well, I mean, I think it's a great thing to think about. Just kidding. It's spooky.
Last night,
Looking at your skeleton, I had a moment where I was like, yeah, we are all going to die.
Yeah, we are.
I got scared, and it scared me, and it made me feel sad and scared.
Well, it wouldn't be as sad and scary if we knew, like, oh, I'll know when I'm dead. I can spy on my friends after I'm dead. If we knew that stuff for sure, it wouldn't be as scary. But we don't know if, like, it's going to be like going to sleep. Like, you literally go to sleep and you don't know it. Is that how death's going to be?
I don't want to stir any religious pots or anything like that. I like talking to people about everything. I have many religious friends who think that we are going to go to heaven and all that stuff. And honestly, I don't know if that's what's going to happen. I want it to happen, but what I really, really think, I've thought about it many times, and because, like, I've been under anesthesia and stuff like that too, like, it's almost like a chunk is gone, where, like, that whole time period of getting the anesthesia or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like gone. You know what I, like, if you fall asleep, you like don't even remember falling asleep sometimes. I think it's going to be like that.
I
think it'll be like,
and I think that's what makes it scary.
It almost makes it more sad, where it's like, fuck, I got to make sure everything I fucking do here counts. I can't be fucking stupid. That's what spooks me. I think it'll literally be as like, oh, you like, fall, smack your head, go unconscious or something. I think it'll be just like that.
And that to me is the saddest part, because
I
there
agree.
should be a kind of, what's it called?
Party?
Not-
a lit
Not
party?
like John Party, but there should be a awareness, like, oh, I'm dead now. And I don't think there's going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
You're just, and I know different religions, like you said, believe different things. But unfortunately, that's not what I believe. What I believe is just going to be lights out. And you're not going to know.
Lights out. I've had an ant colony trying to terrorize my home.
Oh.
So I have just been murdering a lot of ants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I don't think about it every time, but like there's been a couple times where I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I was just like, oh God, were they like screaming and all their friends just heard them and stuff? And I started to feel really sad.
Are their friends coming back and getting them?
Oh, I'm not doing all that. I'm pretty much like killing it and then running the water. And
Okay.
I mean, I'm treating them with no respect and love. When they're gone, I am absolutely like, it's done.
You didn't make RIP shirts for them or anything?
No, I have absolutely no. That would be a really funny shirt to have, like, RIP, all the ants I killed this summer, and a picture of me like this near an anthill.
And then an ant who's got 6 legs, all their legs are doing this.
I'm Googling ant facts because I'm
It's
curious
going to make
about
you sad.
house
Because you're going to
ants.
see how smart, resourceful, energetic,
Ants.
hard working they are. And then
Facts.
you're going to be like, why am I killing them?
Here's what I will say. I was watching these little ants before we dig in deep. And they're coming in because it's like AC units are on. There's holes for them, whatever. You leave one fucking item of food out. These motherfuckers are smart.
They'll carry that whole chip away.
It's
They'll put it on their backs and walk, or they'll take little tiny pieces, carry it like this.
I mean, they really are. They are. And they're doing weird stuff. Like they're meeting up when they're all walking in a little line.
Hey, we're going back and taking chip. Go that way.
Hey, so listen. Me as an ant, I'd always be like, what's up, guys?
Where are we going again? We're going back into the tunnel. We're bringing all the food we can back to the. We're bringing all the food back into that one place for the queen. She's laying babies. If you find any dead, pick them up, bring them back to this little place. We have a little graveyard for all the dead ones, all the homies. R.I.P. Pick them up and bring them back.
Is that a real thing that ants do?
I believe so. The dead homies. Look it up. Look it up and see. I don't want to give any false information.
Ugh.
Look
No.
up. Look up. Do ants get their dead?
No, they don't. Oh, God. They are smart,
Look
dude.
it up.
I'm going to in a
Look it up.
second. I'm processing, bro. I mean, I saw this anthill in the backyard, too, and I was looking at that, and even though I took the sprinkler and the hose, and I was like, I mean, I hit it. Jet.
They were like, "Hey, what's going on?"
All the ants were like,
Well, you know what they do? They get out and start working immediately when that shit happens. They're like, "Well, time to rebuild." And we're like, let's wait a week before we rebuild after a tornado or storm. They're
Oh.
like, nope, let's fucking fix it.
they're like, oh, God. I mean, dude, and we're talking so many of them. I mean, I've seen so many in the last few days. Like, I got the little bait traps and all that stuff. You know, I've got a whole system I'm working out.
And they're so smart, I don't understand how they fall for the bait. Can't they smell the poison in it?
Well, I mean, from what I understand, there are some colonies that get that smart where they're like, they don't fuck with the bait. I've seen posts. I've seen posts on Facebook of a lot of families talking about these ants that are resistant to
They're
it.
like, man, we smell it, dude.
House ant.
You're going to put a little sugary substance and then add poison to it, bro? We know.
Okay. Pest World for Kids. That looks good. .org. Ants can lift 20 times their own body weight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There are 3 kinds of ants in a colony. The queen, the female workers, and males. I'm kind of curious why it doesn't say male workers. In that sense. Okay. The queen and the males have wings. The workers do not. The queen is the only ant that can lay eggs. A male ant's job is to mate with future queen ants. Once the queen is old enough to lay eggs, she spends the whole rest of her life laying eggs.
Having a good old time.
She's in there just like nutting out babies constantly. Some worker ants act as soldiers. They protect the colony, gather food, and fight other colonies for more food and space. If they beat another ant colony, they take the other colony's eggs. When those eggs hatch, the new ants are forced to work for the new colony. They take care of the eggs and babies, find food for the colony, and build the anthills or mounds. Whoa, dude. That is nuts. The fact that they have a motherfucking democracy. They are literally, as they're functioning basically as a country, and they're like, yeah, so okay, we're gonna no, man, I think we can get on over there and take over that little colony right over there, and that's ours, and that's our little spot. And then they
Those are our eggs now, too, brother.
yeah, and then you know what we're gonna do when all these cute little babies are born. Right when they're born, we're gonna make them fucking work for us. Oh my God!
I've seen I've seen a situation where I ran into an ant colony and I was trying to get rid of it, and basically the ants then came out carrying what I think was eggs to a new location. Just all these little white little nuggets.
They were definitely carrying eggs. Was this outside?
Yeah.
Or okay. Well, yeah, it was.
And I was like, holy fuck. No, I had like a old plastic swimming pool back there, and I started like trying to clean it out, get all this stuff, and then all of a sudden I see all these ants just carrying all these eggs, like just going elsewhere.
Holy fuck. They're wild, bro. Okay. Now let's get into some facts. These are facts about ants for kids. And then after, we're going to go to facts about ants for adults and find out about how they're getting their dicks sucked. Okay. So.
And they're not because they're working too much.
Yeah. They're probably not fucking ever.
You think the queen is sucking that little worker ant's dick? No, she's like, nut in me now.
I can't believe that they have a caste system. Like they know. They're like, okay, so you're part of the stolen baby area. So you're not an heir to any of this.
You're
all
just
right?
working. You ain't fucking the queen. You ain't doing nothing. You're just working.
Nah, but guess
Go in there and get those Dorito chips off that floor in there.
And there's fucking rat soldiers too. Like people that are, some of those ants that are like, oh man, they're telling on people. If they take a bite of the food over there, they're probably telling on them. They're probably like, yeah.
Jacob ate a part of the Dorito crumb.
Yeah.
Saw him.
Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry, guess what we saw him doing earlier? Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. He was just eating it up. It's like so sad.
Yeah, I saw Melinda earlier. She had a little piece of a little Debbie fudge round. Guess what? She ate half of it and put the other half in her pocket.
Yeah. Pretty embarrassing. And then they just kill them.
She's like, no, I didn't. And they have a footage on a camera of her just like.
Progressive comes like a progressive ant is like, meow. Instant replay, progressive camera. And then they show this little ant in my trashy house. And then I'm in the background like.
And the ant's like.
And the ant's like.
The ant's vaping.
Yeah, the ant's literally.
They're carrying your vape away. You're like, where's my goddamn vape? There's 3 of them carrying a
I'm
giant
like,
vape.
what the how does my vape keep getting over there, dude? There's literally a whole colony of ants that are like.
Hee-ho. Oh.
Oh my God. Okay, so ants can lift 20 times their own body weight. If a second grader was as strong as an ant, they could pick up a car.
Wow. That puts it in good perspective. I'm glad we're looking at the kids' version.
Me too. I'm really understanding this. It's basically like they're like, hey, let's get these idiots on fucking board. Okay. Ant colonies are run by a single queen ant who control all the other ants. Some queen ants can live for many years and have millions of babies. Ants don't have ears. Ants hear by feeling rumbles in the ground through their feet. Whoa. Ants don't have lungs. Air enters and leaves through tiny holes all over their body.
Oh, wow.
When ants fight, it is usually to the death.
Okay.
Ants leave invisible breadcrumbs called a pheromone trail everywhere they go so they know where they've been.
That's the little trails. They're like sniffing on their way.
Worker ants can't have babies. That means when a queen dies, the colony usually dies a few months later. Wow. Ants eat different kind of foods depending on the type of ant, including sweet, sugary foods or fatty, oily foods. Ants communicate through scent, touch, motion, sound, and trophallaxis. Don't know what the fuck that means. And, wow. Okay, that's crazy.
Carpenter ants. Best world for kids.
Now I'm going to write in hardcore facts about house ants.
I think those are also called odorous ants.
Odorous?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm alarmed at the amount of facts I know.
Yeah, you do. You do know a lot. Nat Geo for kids.
Why would they
No.
put that in the hardcore facts about house ants?
Ooh, turfproplus.com. That looks cool. It's a blog. Turf Pro Plus lawn care.
That's
Well,
ants
you bet.
creating a climbing thing out of each other.
Fucking wild. Ooh, yeah, this is kind of, let's see what we got. Oh, most of these tiny little insects are no more than the size of a pencil eraser.
Got a theme going on here.
It's pretty interesting. Okay. All right.
Whoa.
Ants can carry approximately 5,000 times their own body weight.
That's not what the kids' site said.
That seems pretty fucked up. And, oh, see, here it is. The ant colony is a human version of Game of Thrones. Dude, hell yeah, Turf Pro Plus Inc. I love this. Make an article like, you got me in. I'm locked in. Ants live in colonies that consist of millions of ants. This is why when you step upon an anthill, you often see so many. There are 3 kinds of ants in the colony, and each has its role. The queen, the female workers, and males. Okay, there is no electoral process or voting in a candidate. Queen is typically chosen simply by her appearance when she is born. And she's the only ant who can reproduce and lay eggs. Depending on the colony, it may have one or many queens. Damn, bro. Okay, male ant's job is solely to mate with those ants deemed worthy enough to be a queen. Shortly after mating, the male dies. Once a queen becomes an adult, she spends the rest of her life laying eggs. Sounds a little boring. Well, let's read about the soldier ants. Okay, so protecting the queen, we already saw all of that. We know what's going on there. If the queen dies, no one else can reproduce. Okay. Yeah, well, sorry. Ants do not have ears. We saw that. Queen ants and male ants have wings. Okay, these facts were not cooler.
Now, the last facts are them trying to get Turf Pro Plus to come in and exterminate them.
Do ants bury their dead? Oh, fuck. Some species of ants bury their dead in a special area of the nest. This helps to keep the colony clean and sanitary. All right, guys, listen, we're going to put all the dead guys in here. Listen, I don't want to keep them either, but we got to have a nice spot because, listen, they're clogging up the area. Everybody's walking around, stepping on these dead. We need to put a nice little area and get everybody in there.
Who died?
I'm not sure exactly who died today. We will be getting a tally at the end of the week, and then we can...
Was it Frank?
I don't know, Jerry. You gotta stop. You do this every day, man. And
Was he wearing a Rolling Stone shirt? Because that's definitely Frank. Oh, Frank.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it does seem like we've got a Stone shirt in the pile.
Oh, God, he owed me $20. That's just like Frank to fucking die.
Oh, God.
All right, let's take him back.
Let's get him back here. So, yeah, interesting. So,
See if they got a picture of the ant graveyard.
Ooh, yeah. Ant cemetery.
The ant cemetery.
2015? I think that's fine.
Probably not.
Probably
They'll
not.
get us.
What ants do to other dead ants?
Very excited. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Katie Wayne and this is Animalist News. Ants. Is there a more disgusting creature? Yes, geese, but we already knew that. Still though, ants sure do give geese a run for their disgusting money in Katie Wayne's world. But we've learned an interesting thing about them recently, so I guess we have to talk about them more than is typically necessary.
I don't.
Again. In a study published in the journal Biology Letters, we have discovered that in order for the common red ant's nest to stay healthy, they need to remove the bodies of dead members of the colony. This really shouldn't come as a surprise, though. I mean, if someone passed away in your house, you'd probably want to get them out of your house as soon as possible, primarily based on legal and emotional reasons. But, you know, hygiene could be up there, because there can be thousands of worker ants in one nest. Hygiene is absolutely crucial. If one ant gets sick, the illness can spread rapidly, killing much of the nest. And if the surviving ants aren't very good maids,
Libbie,
dead
did they look
bodies
like
can
that?
become host to
Yes.
tons and tons
Babies,
of microorganisms
eggs.
that will spread everywhere. If that happens, well, you know, they die. The survivors are gonna die. Scientists found that messy ant
That was
nests
Frank.
had twice the mortality rate of a clean one. All right, well, now that that's done with, let's hope we won't be doing another ant story anytime soon. What is your least favorite animal? Be sure to let me
She's
know
edgy.
in the comments below.
I did not like that little girl, and I just was not a fan.
She was edgy.
She was too edgy for me.
Yeah, I don't like ants, see, or geese.
Check it out, guys. We're talking about fucking ants today. Pretty fucking lame.
Melinda, this is a kid's show. You can't. I know you want to appear edgy, but you can do clean edgy. Did he just show us a lamp?
Barbara, he gave us a light. So listen.
Why I oughta.
I got to tell you this story before we end today about what happened to me the other day at work. So there were these two gals
Okay.
that walk in.
All right.
Nice white trash looking gals, you know,
Oh,
end of the
well.
night doing their thing, visibly white trash, you know, just
Visibly drunk already?
no, they weren't. They would, but they sat down and they're like looking at the menu of wines and asking questions about Chardonnay. And I'm like, I really don't know much about Chardonnay. And I gave them like our house wine. I was like, hey, we've got a Woodbridge house Chardonnay. Okay,
Did you give him
that's
a little
the
taste
house.
of
No,
it first?
I didn't. So I let them know that first, and then I kind of like handed them the menu so they could look. And I go, honestly, I don't really know much about Chardonnay, but like here's the list. And then Sarah, my boss, she loves Chardonnay, and she overheard us talking. So she comes on over, starts chatting it up with these ladies, and you know they end up getting whatever kind of wine. That's great. That's fine. I walked away. That was the only interaction I had with those women at the time. And then we get their pizzas out to them. And one of them is wrong. And she's upset, you know, about it.
Visibly?
Oh, visibly upset, you know. I kind of heard her say something, and we were having an issue with, like, there was basically 3 pizzas, and someone took the wrong fucking one, basically.
Mhm.
So we're doing fucking damage control on all that. Figuring out this deal with the pizza. So I walk over to these ladies, try to get it all figured out. And I was like, hey, okay, so what's the deal here? I was like, is everything okay? What do we need? And they were like, you know, it's actually not so good. Which is already just so, I'm just like, just shut the fuck up and tell me what's wrong. I don't know why, but I cannot fucking stand it when I go over to like a table and they're like, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is a nightmare. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Calm down. You're in a fucking shitty restaurant.
You're not at the Olive Garden, ma'am, okay?
Yeah.
Calm
God.
down.
Oh, God. Olive Garden salad sounds so fucking good right now. Dude, we should go to Olive Garden tomorrow.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well. Okay, so, you know, I walk over and I'm asking them about their pizza. And the lady's like, okay, so I got a veggie pizza. Well, actually, it wasn't like a veggie pizza. So basically, kind of what I wanted was like, it was like a supreme pizza. And I look at her, I go, so not the veggie pizza.
That's the exact opposite of veggie.
That's just what I said. I just looked at her and I go, okay, so not the veggie pizza. You okay? And I'm just listening to her and she's going on and on. And I was like, okay, cool. Easy fix. We'll be right back. I don't know what happened. Somehow these women weaponized me.
Oh.
They decided
They got your ass.
they fucking hated me. And I was unaware of this or whatever. So I go, we're fixing the pizza, doing whatever. And then Hannah kind of starts saying, or this girl that I work with or whatever, she's the one who was actually waiting on them. And, you know, we're all just trying to micromanage, fix problems. We've got a whole fucking full restaurant and we're just trying to fix everything. So I guess they were talking mad shit on me. And Hannah also said that she overheard them. She goes, they're fucking crazy. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, they're just fucking crazy. I mean, one of the ladies is talking about gas money and how she stole this money, but you need to take this money because she can't give you gas money. She can only give you this money, blah, blah. And then I overheard these ladies at one point or another during their time at the restaurant saying something about sponsors. Like, well, she needs a sponsor, whatever. So, and they're also both drinking Chardonnays. And so basically all of the girls that were working collectively who dealt with these women, we're all telling each other the stories about them that we have experienced. Sarah comes over and she's like, oh, dude, those ladies were white trash as fuck. I could tell right when they started talking to me about Chardonnay. Like they had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. One of them ended up getting like a totally different kind of wine. So she was like, they just had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. And she's like, which is fine, but it's like they just didn't know. So I don't know what happened. Everybody collectively had kind of a weird interaction with them or whatever. And they were getting ready to walk out. And they said something. They were talking to Hannah, and I walked up because I'm nosy. And I'll tell you, I'm mad I walked up. And I'll tell you, you'll find out why at the end of this. But basically,
we'll find out why.
Yeah.
Coming up next.
You'll find out why. Coming up next. In just a few minutes, I'll finish the end of my story. And then it'll be the end of the podcast. Okay, so they're talking to Hannah, their waitress, and they're like, hey, everything was great. Our problem was not the pizza. They said something like that or whatever. And I like kind of walked up and said something. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Cool. We're all good,
Just see you walking up all loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's fine. Thanks for coming in, guys.
And I'm telling you, these bitches were white trash as fuck to give you a lay of the land, Mm-hmm. And I'm white trash too, but they were more white trash than me. Missing a couple teeth, wearing a windbreaker. It was 85 degrees outside. It's like you're wearing a windbreaker because
so
you're...
was it me sitting there?
Okay, so they're talking to Hannah, whatever. I'm like, yeah, thanks for coming in, guy. And I knew they were kind of being bitches or whatever. And they were bitching. I think they wanted a discount. And Sarah ended up taking off one of their pieces of pizza. Well, or one of their pieces, or one of their pizzas.
Right.
So, okay. They are getting ready to leave, and Hannah's like, oh, dude, they fucking hated you, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, they're getting ready to tell me why or something like that, because Sarah kind of told me that they hated me. Like, I could tell they were being bitches. I'm so fucking mad that I walked up to Hannah because I didn't get to we never got to know why they hated me. Okay, so here's the best part.
I need closure of this story.
Oh, you get some, baby. So I walk over to their table to bus it. They have a napkin on the table that says Tina, assistant manager, and it's circled. And I look over at Hannah and I go, hey, did these ladies I was like, what's the deal? They asked for my name. What's up? And they were like, yeah, they were like asking for your name and this, that, and the other and all that. And I look and I saw that their car was still out there and they hadn't left yet. And I look at Hannah and I go, I'm going out there. And she's like, Tina, no, please don't. Tina, no, please don't go out there. Please. And I go, it's fine. I got it. I'm clearly about to lose my fucking shit on these whores. So and Hannah's like, Tina, no. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to go out there and I got it, okay? And Hannah's like, no. Oh my God, Tina, I fucking hate when you do this. Like, why do you have to go out all the time? And why are you always starting problems? Like,
why are you going out?
Yeah, she basically was like, oh, dude, just leave it, basically. But it's like, I can't fucking leave it.
Right.
I'm not letting these fucking cunts pull this over on me. You fucking kidding me? So I'm kind of looking, and I've got Hannah over there, door to outside to my right. And I basically look at her, grab the napkin, and then I just ran outside because I saw these bitches out there. These bitches are sitting in their car. I'm holding the napkin, and I'm waving at them. And they're so, I can tell they're so mad. Like, they're like, why? They're like, oh, this fucking cunt. They wanted to start something.
Right.
And so I walk out and
you hadn't read the note at this point, though?
Oh, I had read the note. All it said on the napkin was Tina, assistant manager, circled. So I walk out.
There was no note inside of it. It was like, you're a cunt.
Nothing at all. Just that written on there. So I'm waving at them. Their windows are still up. I'm waving at them, smiling so
Show
big.
me the
waving.
smile.
I was like, hey, guys. And then they're kind of looking at me, and they roll down the window, and I go, as they're rolling down the window, I'm saying, you left a napkin inside with my name on it. Did you guys need that? And the girl goes, what? And I said it again. I go, inside at your table, you guys left a napkin with my name on it. Did you guys need that for anything? And they both just look at me and they were like, no. And I go, are you sure you don't need the napkin with my name on it? It said assistant manager too. I'm like, you don't need it? You guys are good? And they're just like, no, we don't. And then they rolled up the window and backed up. And I was just like, oh yeah, you dumb fucking whores. And I didn't tell them to go fuck themselves. I wanted to fuck with them because I'm like, in their mind, they were probably like, oh yeah, dude, we're going to get her fired. What a bitch. And I'm like, bitch, I own this motherfucker. Like, oh, I was so.
What was their intent?
I don't know. It was probably my fucking personality they didn't like. And I get it. Like, some people don't like me.
But what good did leaving that note there with no...
I know. I'm like, why wouldn't you take it with you? Like, aren't you trying to like call the owner or something?
So they maybe wrote it down so they can be like, we're calling corporate.
100%. So that's why I came out and was just like, and I mean, you should have seen their faces when I came out holding the napkin. They were just like, they were so confused. And it was fucking great.
What kind of car did they have?
Buick SUV, and they were smoking inside of it.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, yeah. No judgment, ladies.
If you guys know these women, please have them call, and I have to know why they got upset with Tina.
Anybody in St. Louis hears about their friends complaining about a waitress named Tina, it's me. Okay?
It's her.
If it's in St. Louis, it's me. I'm everywhere.
We need to know
kidding.
why. We need to know why, though.
For sure. I want to know why they hated me. I mean,
I didn't get closure on this story.
No,
Sorry.
I know. You really don't. We never know why they hated me or anything. But I think the part that I really I had a lot of joy in was just that I got to be like,
you forgot
I ain't
this.
scared of you bitches.
Right.
You think you're fucking scaring me writing my fucking name and assistant manager and circling it? And also, you didn't spell out assistant, so I know you don't know how to fucking spell it. They wrote ASST.
You should have taken a business card and went over and gave them one of these numbers. Like, you know how they hold business cards? You should. You want to know? Here, you forgot your napkin, but I'll save you time. Here's a professional Vistaprint business card.
For sure.
And then be like, you guys got a light for my vape?
And then I should have been like, what's going on? Show me your tits. I'll show you mine. Whoever has the best tits out of all three of us goes home alive. They're like, what? I'm like, never mind. I have to head out. Yeah. So, yeah, they were cunts. They pissed me off. But, whatever.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. I mean, at least, that's life.
If I'd been there, I wouldn't have done anything, but I would have been like, yeah, those girls are bitches.
For sure. I mean, it's like you also can't ask somebody, like, why they don't like you. You know what I mean?
I would have been like, is everything okay? It seems like you're upset.
Yeah.
At me specifically.
So I have done stuff like that in the past, but I was like, I think this gets the point across enough. So
again, I'd like to say if this was you or someone you know or maybe a loved one, please let us know. I'm not going to be okay till I know what specifically about Tina
they didn't like.
Made hate.
Yeah. What part of it?
Yeah.
So just let us know.
You dumb stupid looking bitch.
Hometown. All right, honeys.
If you don't like it, kiss her ass.
Yep. And many thanks to Randall R. Cash.
Thanks, Randy. We love ya. Yeah.
Many thanks to all of our sponsors.
All of our sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
All of our Patreons.
Yep.
All our Instagram followers, Facebook followers. Anybody else.
Anyone that comes to see us at shows, just thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the ants.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one in a long time.
That was wonderful. Okay. We love you guys. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And
You dumb, stupid looking bitch.